Okay, picture this. You're on your couch, you're wearing sweatpants that have definitely seen better days,
We've all been there.
and you're eating leftover pasta for the third night in a row, and it wasn't even that good the first time.
Right.
You open Instagram, and boom, you're assaulted by success. Your college roommate is at some rooftop bar in Miami, holding a drink that costs more than your electric bill.
Of course.
Your coworker just posted a picture of their brand new Tesla, and your neighbor, they're renovating their kitchen. Again.
Always the kitchen.
Meanwhile, you're, like, nervously checking your banking app to make sure you can afford the good peanut butter this week.
It's a universal feeling. You look at your phone, you look at your life, and you ask that one question: how on earth is everyone affording this except me?
Exactly. It feels like I missed the secret memo on how to be rich. But today, we're going to answer that question. And here's the twist right up front. The answer isn't that they're smarter than you.
Or working harder.
The answer is they aren't affording it.
Precisely. Most of what you are seeing is a mathematical impossibility that's just, disguised as success.
And today, we're going to shatter that illusion. We're not guessing here. We're pulling cold, hard data.
Right. We've got stuff from census bureaus, mortgage reports, and Federal Reserve statistics to really show you the gears behind the machine.
By the time we're done with this deep dive, you're going to stop feeling behind and realize you might actually be doing a lot better than the people you're jealous of.
So let's start with the most obvious part, the visuals. The suburbs, the whole American dream aesthetic.
Yes.
You drive through a typical suburban neighborhood, you see these big 3,000 square foot homes, the perfect lawns, the new SUVs in the driveway. It screams success.
It screams, I have my life together.
Right. But if you look at the actual data, those houses often represent what I like to call financial quicksand.
Quicksand. Okay, that's a terrifying image for a 3-bedroom house.
It's accurate, though. Let's just do the housing math. The median home price in the U.S. is hovering around $400,000.
Okay, $400K.
Interest rates are, let's say, roughly 7%.
Ugh.
Now, ideally, you'd put down 20%. That's $80,000.
Which, let's be real, who has 80 grand just sitting around?
Almost nobody. So most people put down maybe 3 to 5%. They finance almost the entire purchase.
So they're starting with a massive loan. What does that break down to every month?
Well, once you add the mortgage, property taxes, insurance,
Right.
you're easily looking at about $3,000 a month.
$3,000.
Now let's compare that to income. The median full-time income is about $60,000 a year. That's $5,000 a month gross before taxes.
Okay, wait, I have to stop you. You're saying people are spending $3,000 of their $5,000 gross pay on a house. That's 60% of their income.
It is.
Doesn't the bank stop you from doing that? I thought there were, like, rules about this.
You would hope so. But here's where the paper reality and the actual reality diverge. The bank calculates your ability to pay based on your gross income.
Money you never actually see because of taxes.
Exactly. And they often don't factor in what I call the silent costs of owning a home.
Silent costs, you mean like when the water heater explodes the day after you move in?
That's one of them. But I also mean the $200 a month for lawn care your HOA requires, the doubled utility bill for moving into a huge house. They don't look at any of that.
So the bank is basically approving you for the absolute maximum amount of pain you can legally endure.
They're selling you a loan, not giving you financial advice, so you walk out with the keys feeling like $1 million, but mathematically, you've just stepped into that quicksand.
Your house poor.
Completely house poor. Every dollar is spoken for before it even hits your bank account.
And that's just the house. Let's talk about what's sitting in the driveway. The car is the ultimate status symbol, right?
Oh, absolutely. The car is the single biggest lie detector in personal finance. A new car screams success, but the 2025 auto data is just staggering.
How bad is it?
The average new car payment is over $730 a month.
$700. Wow.
And if you're looking at trucks and SUVs, which, dominate the roads, those payments often go over $1,000.
$1,000. That's a rent payment in a lot of places.
Yeah.
A nice one.
It is. And it's become the norm. The only way people can stomach that number is by stretching out the loan. We're now seeing loan terms of 72, even 84 months.
84 months. That's 7 years.
7 years. For a depreciating asset, something that loses value the second you drive it off the lot. By the time you make that last payment, the car might not even be reliable anymore.
I don't own shirts for 7 years. That's just wild. Let's stack this up. If I'm driving that, say, $50,000 SUV.
Okay, at 7% interest, plus insurance, which is probably another 200, gas at another 200, maintenance, you are easily at $1,300 a month, minimum.
All right, so let's do the scary math. We have the house at $3,000.
Okay.
We have the car at $1,300. That's $4,300 a month in fixed costs.
And remember, the gross monthly income was $5,000. After taxes, that person is literally in the red before they buy a single banana.
So when we see that beautiful house and that new truck, we think rich. But the math says permanent financial emergency.
Exactly. They are financing the appearance of wealth while living in a constant state of crisis.
But come on, surely not everyone is faking it. Some of these people have to actually be rich. What does the net worth data say?
It says something very different. The Federal Reserve data on this is really sobering. Let's look at people under 35. The median net worth is only about $39,000.
$39,000, that's it.
And that includes everything: home equity, retirement, savings, the change in the couch cushions, everything.
So most younger people essentially have nothing. What about as they get older, peak earning years?
It gets better, but not Instagram rich better. For the 35 to 44 age bracket, the median climbs to about $135,000.
Okay, that's something.
But here's the catch. Most of that is illiquid home equity.
Meaning you can't spend it.
Right. And even in the 45 to 54 bracket peak careers, the median is still only around $247,000.
So half of Americans in that age group have less than $250,000 in total assets.
Exactly. The influencer lifestyle is statistically built on leverage on debt, not on actual accumulated wealth. And it explains that study.
The one about high earners.
Yeah, that 1 in 4 people earning over $100,000 a year still live paycheck to paycheck. It's lifestyle creep. Your expenses just rise to meet your income.
This brings me to the part that always confuses me. If the math doesn't work, where's the money coming from? How are they paying for the brunch?
Ah, that is the million-dollar question. These are the secret ingredients, the invisible income that never makes it into the Instagram caption.
Okay, wait on me. What's number one?
Multi-generational living. Roughly 1/3 of adults aged 18 to 34 are living with their parents.
1/3. Wow.
And think about what that does to your finances. If you're living at home, you have no rent, often no groceries, no utilities. That frees up, what, $2,500 a month?
So someone making $45,000 a year at home can look richer than someone making $70,000 who lives on their own.
They have way more discretionary money. But on social media, the person at home with the luxury car looks more successful. It's a totally distorted comparison.
So what's the next secret ingredient?
The parental subsidy, the invisible safety net. Surveys show about half of parents provide regular financial help to their adult kids.
And we're not talking about $20 for gas, are we?
No. We're talking structural subsidies. The data shows they're covering things like cell phone bills, car insurance, even helping with rent. The average is nearly $1,500 a month.
Is that bad? If
Yeah.
parents want to help their kid, that seems fine.
Oh, emotionally, it's not bad at all. We're not judging the morality of it. We're judging the optics. The problem isn't the help. It's the performance.
Yeah.
The caption says, hard work pays off, new BMW. But the reality is, my parents pay my rent, so I use my salary for the car payment.
Right. We're comparing our single-player financial game against their multiplayer mode.
Perfectly put. You feel like a failure for not having the BMW, not realizing you're playing a totally different game on a higher difficulty setting. Instagram shows the car, not the Venmo from dad.
And I'm guessing the other ingredients are a bit darker.
A little. You've got side hustles, which are huge. 45% of Americans have one. And then, of course, there's debt.
Credit cards.
Massive credit card debt. The average balance is around $6,000, but many people carry way more at like 22% interest. A vacation looks the same whether you paid cash or put it on a card you'll never pay off.
That's a chilling thought. The photo is identical.
And one more thing, compression. People save for 2 years for a car, use points for a trip, and stretch a Reno over 6 months, but they post it all in the same month.
Oh, I've done that. You hoard the good photos.
Exactly. So to an outsider, it looks like this constant stream of luxury, but it's just highlight reel editing.
So we know the math is fake. We know there's hidden money. But why does it still sting? Even knowing it's an illusion, my brain goes, I want that.
That's pure biology. It's called social comparison theory. We are hardwired to figure out our place in the world by comparing ourselves to others.
And it used to be just keeping up with the Joneses next door.
Exactly, a very small reference group. Now, thanks to the internet, your reference group is the entire planet. You're comparing yourself to the top 1% globally without any context.
Which extends to investing, too. It feels like everyone at work is a stock market genius.
It does, doesn't it? But that's a massive illusion caused by selection bias. The data shows that 38% of U.S. adults have zero stock exposure.
Almost 40% have nothing.
Nothing. No 401k, no index funds. And the people who have nothing, they're not talking about it. Only the people who got lucky on a stock pick are bragging. The silence of everyone else creates a false consensus that everyone is crushing it.
Okay, so we've shattered the illusion. The numbers are bad, the rich are often broke, and our brains are tricking us. How do we actually opt out of this game?
You have to start by redefining success. You need to celebrate what I call invisible wins.
An invisible win. Like what?
Paying off a credit card, hitting a savings goal, saying no to a big purchase you can't afford. You can't post a photo of not buying a boat, you know? But those are the actions that build real security.
I love that. Not buying a boat is the ultimate anti-flex.
It is. We need to run the math of opting out. Picture character A. They play the status game. $3,000 mortgage, $900 SUV. They look incredible.
But they're sweating bullets every time the check engine light comes on.
Panic mode, 24/7. Now, character B. They rent a modest place for $1,500. They drive a paid-off 10-year-old car.
Character B looks kind of boring.
To the outside world, yes. But look at their bank account. Character B has freed up, let's be conservative, over $1,000 a month in cash flow.
That's $12,000 a year. Over 5 years, that's 60 grand in cash before investing.
It's a down payment. It's a freedom fund. It's the difference between being trapped in a job you hate and having the power to leave.
That's it.
Real wealth isn't a Lamborghini. Real wealth is the absence of anxiety. It's not having to check your bank balance before you buy groceries because you know the money is there.
That is a much better definition. Wealth is the absence of anxiety.
It is. And the irony is that the people who look the wealthiest are often the most stressed. The people quietly building real wealth often look completely average.
So if you're saving anything, staying out of high-interest debt, investing quietly.
You are statistically way ahead of the majority. You aren't falling behind. You're just refusing to play a rigged game.
And the game is rigged because the scoreboard is fake.
Exactly. The people who look like they're winning are just performing, and that performance is expensive and exhausting.
So here's a thought to take with you. The next time you see that beach vacation post, that new truck, don't just see the shiny object. Remember the numbers we talked about?
Right. Tell yourself, that's probably a facade. It's likely built on debt or family help or trade-offs I can't see.
Maybe they have the truck, but they're eating ramen to pay for it.
You never know the full story. So stop trying to compete with a mirage. Embrace the quote-unquote boring path. Spend less than you earn, invest the difference, avoid debt. It won't get you likes.
But in 20 years, while everyone else is still trying to look rich, you'll actually be rich.
And that is a much better place to be.
Thanks for this deep dive.
My pleasure.
We'll see you next time.